Okay, so Mei is actually pretty interesting against Orisa. When I use my supercharger, a lot of the times a Mei will put the wall directly on top of my supercharger because it completely blocks the line of sight. Yeah, it completely blocks line of sight and nobody will get amplified from it. Also, if an Orisa is bunkered up in a corner, the second she starts to move forward, put a wall in that corner and she won't be able to move back and, you know, hide behind their shield. Other than that, it's kind of hard to play against an Orisa because she has Fortify and can't get frozen, really. If you see that an Orisa has already used Fortify in battle, then you can rush her and kill her pretty easily.
When I usually see Orisa if I'm playing Mei, like if I know she's fortified and I'm trying to challenge her already, then I'll just like cryo freeze and wait out the duration of fortify. Either she repositions her shield or she moves. Then you can try to freeze her after that to disengage depending on what she does.
See, and I hate it when Meis do that to me too. Meis will cryo freeze, and every time a Mei cryo freezes, I start to reload. And because they know I have a fucking 3-second reload, they take advantage of that. They just immediately uncryo freeze.
I never thought about using Ice Wall to push her above the field.
Yeah, that's another thing you can do. Which one's the Mega?
One thing
This
that's
one's the
going to be
Mega.
happening soon is that Mei's not going to have any damage drop off for alternate fire, so she can snipe with Hanzo and Will now. You in jail now. Impossible. How did you walk past my ultimate?
Okay, so Orisa v Pharah, I'm still getting better at this. I try to get as I try to get as high as I can, you know, as close to the Pharah as I can, and pull her towards me. The closer she is, the easier it is to hit her. If it's Pharmacy, you're pretty much fucked. Like I cannot kill a Pharmacy with Orisa, but I can usually kill a Pharah. If the Orisa is standing next to a wall, like as in there's a wall behind her, you can boop her in front of her shield by using her concussive mine on the wall behind her.
It doesn't move her that far, she's already firing them because of the fucking movement penalty.
When it's Orisa Bastion, the best thing to do is try to get above the shield and fire at the Bastion. So, Orisa v Reaper, you would think that Reaper has the advantage here, but it's actually Orisa. Because with her Fortify, Reaper does very little damage to her. And I tend to reload. I tend to reload whenever I see Reaper Wraith. The key is just whoever shield dances better here. What is that in the background? Holy shit.
Still moving.
Orisa v Soldier. Typically that's kind of hard because Soldier always keeps a distance and it's hard to hit people from distance. I guess just fortifying as soon as you see his Helix rocket out, if you know it's gonna hit you, is pretty important. Shit, you might have me on this one. God damn it. Orisa v Sombra, you can still get hacked while you're in your Fortify. I guess just Fortify as soon as she starts hacking you. And EMP, so the interesting thing about EMP versus a Orisa shield is that it will not destroy it while it's in the state of being deployed. So when it's still in that little like ball thing, or whatever you might call that, it cannot be destroyed by EMP. So if you know a Sombra's going to EMP, what I do is I'll throw a shield straight up in the air and just wait for it to land while she EMPs, because it'll come back down and you'll have a shield ready.
Well, that's fancy.
Whenever she's playing around a health pack, you want to try to body block her off with a health pack so that she can't use it.
I set my controller down, so the only reason I deployed a turret.
This is the new Symmetra, so I'm assuming I should probably just skip this, because this isn't even...
Okay, so the new Symmetra, let me think about this for a sec. So she gets ammo now.
I can do this one.
Okay, yeah, he's the master of Symmetra here.
Basically, when you want to engage with Symmetra overall, from what I've been experimenting with, as far as playing Symmetra, before you even engage at all, as Symmetra is that you want to place as teleporter, so you have some form of movement since you don't have damage mitigation, you know. That way you have a good, at least 12-second window to be able to actually do any kind of damage or just try to put any kind of burst beforehand. You're not going to directly kill Orisa by the time you're actually able to escape, so she most likely will kill you in every situation as Symmetra, unless you have your ult, obviously, or at least 1 or 2 turrets available to you. To assist you with damage or distract her long enough for you to do something. Otherwise, you need to be able to get out of... And if she reapplies her aim somewhere else, you can just go back and do whatever.
Oh god, 2 Symmetras were on me. Jesus, that was cancer. Ooh, she's got the ugly skin too.
Yeah, I hate this skin. I need to equip it today.
You need to at least be a level 2 charge to challenge a tank in any situation. So shooting a shield from around the corner before engaging is best.
So Orisa v Torb, Torb can actually do a shit ton of damage to Orisa, especially whenever he like Molten Cores and just comes straight at her. The key is just jumping past the shield, out shield dancing her, and making sure you land headshots with your shotgun. I wouldn't ever really see any reason to use the rivet gun against her. Unless she's like 1 HP.
I agree, but that's about it. I found out earlier today you can teleport to Torbjorn's turret.
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to use that. That's awkward.
Hang on. Rip.
So Tracer v Orisa, this one took me a long time to master, but you need to keep track of how many blinks she has available. Whenever you pull her close to you and melee her, she'll usually recall immediately. I guess just landing as many headshots as you can and meleeing is, you know, sometimes you can kill her before she can recall. And again, it's just communication, like calling out when she recalls is pretty important with Orisa.
Both Tracer and Sombra do really well in 1v1 situations against every hero in the game, basically, except for ones that outrange her outright.
No! You can't end it there like that! What the fuck?
Rip.
Oh! Fuck me! Sideways and rescue. Fuck that bullshit.
I understand.
Widow v Orisa is kind of similar to Soldier v Orisa. Pulling her when she grapples is pretty important, if you can manage it. If you see her that she's about to grapple, get your pull ready and pull her back down. The same goes for Winston's jump. I didn't tell you about that one. If you know he's about to jump, pull him back down to the ground.
Basically, well, another little tidbit is that you don't really have to directly kill her. You can just pressure out of her position if you snipe her from a vantage point both times.
Yeah, that's also pretty huge. If you know she's, if you know where she is, just stand behind your shield and pressure her so she has to move. You can't really kill her unless you're close range. Calling her out to your team is important because you don't really want to take a 1v1 against the Widow.
You don't want to let your team be unaware of Widow's resistance to be able to let them, or let the Widow snipe your teammates. Because they won't have persistence behind the shield.
Whenever I'm playing against good Widows, I have the problem of my team doesn't want to play where my shield is and they get picked a lot. So if you see that happening, just, tell your team, hey, you need to be playing around my shield more.
It's usually when a Mercy, or like a Mercy's pocketing a teammate and they think they're invincible, so they'll try to go be extra aggressive. I can't move. Take up the whole doorway there.
That was a good shot.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're fighting against the Widow. I was like, I better show the shoulder dead. The YOLO snipe one.
Crouch spamming is something I've just recently started to do too. Whenever I'm up against a Widow or a Hanzo, I tend to crouch spam a lot more. So it's harder for them to headshot.
How can you headshot me now? Yep.
Anavi Orisa, there's like an animation before she uses her sleep dart. So if you can see that, or if it's from a distance and you hear it, you can usually fortify before it hits you, or depending on how far away it is, sometimes throw a shield down in front of you before it hits you.
I once spent like a good few hours as D.Va against a ton of Anabots, just learning to the defense matrix, the sleep dart before she actually did it.
Nice, nice. So you'd be pretty good at that then.
Yeah. Like yeah, whenever I was playing Ana, because I've been playing a lot of Ana for this season, or last season at least, I'll just wait for the moment D.Va's matrix goes down on 45. Like half of the time, if anything, I'm gonna initiate, yeah, I'm gonna go nade first. That way I can try to bait out Fortify from the speed factor of nade.
If she's used Fortify and you anti her, let your team know and your team can just rush and kill the Orisa really easily. Because without any heals, the Orisa is as good as dead. I struggle whenever I don't have good healers on my team.